Okay, yeah, so a couple items you're going to need for this job. You're going to need a drill, a wet rag, um, and a water source so you can keep rinsing off the rag. Um, and then your mother's kit. I'll show you the package that it came in a little bit, but you can see I already started on the left, on the passenger side headlight. Um, and all we have left to do now is hit it with a little bit more 3000 grit. You start off with the 800 and then the 1500 grit and then the 3000 grit pads that they give you to attach to the drill. And so like I'll do a little sample on this passenger side headlight of the 3000 grit, and then we'll continue from there on the other side. Here's your 800, here's your 1500. They look almost the same. 3000 pad is already on there. It seems like they only gave us one 3000 grit pad. They probably should have gave us two, but I'm gonna work with this. They also say that you're supposed to have some water around so that you can wipe away the fine dust that accumulates. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. There are some raindrops on there already that I'm not gonna really worry about. So this is the second time I'm hitting it with the 3000, and it's actually clear, making it a little more clear than what I already had, which is great for me. I mean, like, shoot. I'm actually gonna focus on the front of the headlight, since that's where I want most of the light to be. I want it to be really clear there. I'm not too concerned about the top. That's just like turn signals and stuff, but yeah, it feels like it's starting to grip a lot, and it's actually looking pretty good. I'm not really good at editing video, so I'll let you guys go back and rewind to the beginning of the video to really see the comparison. But yeah, that doesn't look bad at all. Now let me wipe it. It should look better even after I wipe it. So this is not the last step. This is the third step. So the first one, remember, 800 grit. Second is the 1500 grit, and then 3000 pad. They only give you one 3000 pad, so you want to be sparing with that one. I hit it twice with this headlight with the passenger side. Now let me show you the first two steps with this one. I'll bring you guys a little closer. I wanted to go live, but it seems like my battery's dying, so wasn't able to go live on this one for you guys. So yeah, we'll do this angle here, and then we'll take care of this. Oh, I could leave that. That's an attachment. Forgot this is Velcro pad right here. 800. I have OCD. I want to get the pad like right in the middle. I'm gonna wipe it so that I don't have unnecessary dirt going into the pad. Once this gets pretty full of dust, I'm gonna open my hose right there and get some water on my rag and just wipe away that dust. You want your setting, your drill setting, to be on 1 or the slower speed. And then I don't have any torque on it. I have like it's on like number 5 for the torque on the screw setting. So that just in case it was to get hitched on anything, it'll just stop automatically. So you see that was a fresh pad, and you see how full it got like immediately, because there's a lot of corroded, decomposed plastic on here. So you want to use medium pressure, and I'm not going to speed this video up. I want you guys to see exactly how long it takes. I did notice that it forms these brown, like, looks like the plastic got melted in there, like it got caked up on the surface. So I'm gonna have to keep going and buff that out. I noticed that on the first one too, and then I let up on the pressure. But the purpose of this 800 grit is really to scrape off whatever you got on there. All that yellow, all that outer layer. If you're concerned about your paint, you probably want to be really careful. I'm not worried about the edges of the paint that surround the headlights too much. I'm not worried about that here on this vehicle, because it's just so old. But if you're concerned about that, then you definitely don't want to get too close to the edges. I'm most so concerned with the light. Looks like I am going to have to put the torque up a little bit because it's getting hung up. It's probably getting hot, melted. And another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to throw some water on there. It does say that you can throw some water on there. It says to rinse off the dust, but I'm also going to allow some lubrication. This headlight seems to have a lot more grime than the other one. Yeah, there's the grime moving. It's starting to move. Now that I have some water in there. I really don't like that. Those lines that it got melted on, stuck on there. Let me put my pad in the middle. I like to lean my pad a little bit to my sandpaper, my drill to the side so that they can kind of get one edge that I can hold some force against. Really am not liking how those mud lines, those brown lines got in there into the headlight. Really not liking that, but let's keep on going.